Thank you, Mike, for the valuable and enriching information. We do have a few questions from the audience end. So one of the questions would be that the cost of working with poor master data is usually hidden, but the cost of managing master data is upfront. How to get management to weigh up the hidden costs with the real costs?
I think really at this point you have to be able to understand. If you don't understand your business processes, it's very difficult to answer this question. You have to be able to understand the cost of operating and look at how you currently operate. So rather than just look at data here, you have to look at your business processes. And I think when it comes round to it, if you can look at how does master data improve your business processes so as to reduce the cost of operating, then you can say, well, you know, you've got the real costs. If you like, there's hidden costs and there's costs that management look at. I think the biggest mistake I see is not just being able to what's the cost of creating an MDM system. I think the next thing that needs to be also considered is what's the cost of changing your existing way of operating in order to use and maximize the benefits that common master data gives you. And so, in a way, to some extent, master data management, that's why I said there's a plateau here. If you can get the single system of records, then you've achieved major benefit. But the next big play is getting a single centralized data entry. And if you can get to there, then very clearly the amount of complexity that you would unravel would be very significant. And so all I would say is you have to budget for the change management program or be aware of what comes after just getting a single system of record in place, and then be able to understand that. But I think for me, you need to, the way to do this is to be able to get hold of your business processes, and therefore talk to business analysts. If you're a data professional out there, talk to business analysts who understand the business processes, and then you can then work out where your master data is created and consumed. Then you stand a much better chance.
Thank you, Mike. We have another question that you mentioned that master data is fractured across multiple systems. To solve that, would you recommend moving to a single ERP instance or having a robust data governance framework?
You can't. Well, that's a very good question. For most organizations to get to a single ERP instance in one go is a leap too far. It's, so many customizations could be made across different instances of ERP systems. So I think a data governance framework is absolutely fundamentally important. And to that extent, MDM is part of a data governance framework. What MDM helps us do is to govern master data. What a data governance framework does is help us govern master data and transaction data. So in that sense, master data management, I think, is a route towards being able to consolidate ERP systems. For a company to leap from multiple ERPs to a single ERP in one leap, for many, is too difficult to achieve. And I think the reason for that is variances in customization across ERP systems and variances in business processes. So I think it's easier to achieve if you can see your business processes and understand what they look like across, associated with each ERP instance, and then work out places where you can do that consolidation. But there's no question that if you can synchronize multiple ERP systems with common master data, that you stand a much greater chance of consolidating to fewer ERP systems than if you don't have MDM at all.
Okay, Mike, we have just one more question for you, that MDM initiatives are supposed to go on for years. How to show immediate ROI and justification?
Okay, that is a good point. I think a number of ways in which to do that. I mentioned reference data management as a subset, which tends to be, things like code sets and stuff like that. I think if you focus there, you can get quick wins and show return on investment. You can get, I think also, again, I would have to say again, understand your business processes and look at where master data can improve your business processes and simplify them, get rid of duplication, get rid of overlaps and those kinds of things, and reduce the complexity in your business processes, and then try to quantify, looking at possible candidate areas in your business processes where master data could yield return on investment. You then would need to look at those candidate possibilities. We could make improvements in various places. So then try and order those. Which of those areas would yield the greatest payback to the business? And that's really where, again, if you're having difficulty with this, find business analysts in your organization who understand how you operate, and they will help you, without a shadow of doubt, help you quickly get return on investment because they understand how the processes work. So if you can do that, I think it would make a significant difference.
Thanks a lot, Mike. We just have a lot of questions coming in from the audience, so, if you could answer just one more question for us.
Of course.
Which is, business benefits of MDM are known usually. The trick is to monetize the hard dollar savings expected from MDM over millions of dollars of ERP investments. Any tips on that, Mike?
I'm going to raise that word again, business processes, because a business process is made up of activities. And one way to be able to help to do this is if you understand the cost of each of your activities in your business process and the frequency with which those activities occur. So, if you take 1,000 orders or you take, let's say, 1,000 purchases in a procurement process, procurement to pay, then, each one of those executions of that procure to pay process involves a number of tasks. And if you're able to work out how much it costs you to perform each of those processes, this is the potential saving in the cost of operating. So I think, again, if you have your business processes and business analysts are able to help you quantify the cost of the tasks involved in those processes, and then you can look at how master data can be used to reduce the cost of operating of those, which tasks in that process would master data simplify, and how much money would that save you times the number of times you execute that process, and then I think you can see monetary value. So once again, I think the best way to do this is to get a hold of business process experts within your organization, which tend to be business analysts.
Thanks a lot, Mike, for the valuable and enriching information on this webinar today. I'd like to thank the wonderful audience who have been very interactive. We will be sure to send you an archive recording of the webcast to everyone for their review. For more information on webinars and insightful white papers, please visit www